13 Chinese movies that are better than Hollywood movies. It used to be that people would turn to Hollywood for the best movies, but nowadays more people are choosing to explore the bigger world of films and discovering movies outside of Hollywood. Actors, directors, and writers all over the world are constantly bringing their A-game to produce the best movies, but what has been gaining popularity in the recent years are well-made Chinese movies. Some of these movies are based on true stories, and some aren't. But what they all have in common is how great they are. Here are 13 Chinese movies that are definitely worth your time. Number 13, Ip Man. Prepare yourself for some intense action scenes because this movie is filled with jaw-dropping martial arts. Based on a true story, Ip Man delivers a great story about patriotism and keeps you interested throughout the whole movie. Set in the 1930s, this movie is about the life of a martial arts master. Secret duels, a happy life with his wife and child, and a mansion-like home, our Ip Man surely lives a great life. Well, that is until the outbreak of the Second Sino-Japanese War and the subsequent invasion of China by the Japanese Imperial Army, which turns the life of Ip Man upside down. Number 12, House of Flying Daggers. A historical movie isn't complete without any rebels, right? This movie will bring us back to the Tang Dynasty, at a time when the Great Era is declining. Rebel groups have appeared everywhere, and the largest among them is called the House of Flying Daggers. These rebels are like Robin Hood. They steal from the rich to provide for the poor. The fight becomes stronger, and 2 police captains will enter the picture to take down the group's new leader. House of Flying Daggers will serve you a wonderful cast. The main actors will surely brighten your screens with their remarkable acting. We also have a very strong female lead. If you're looking for some action, some romance, this movie is the one for you. Liking the 2 movies we've shared so far? Let us know by clicking that like button. And thank you for your kind support. Number 11, Chungking Express. Next on our list is a movie that tells 2 stories. A movie split into 2 parts. The first part tells the story of a man who is broken up with his girlfriend. Tins of pineapples will become of importance when he tries to reunite with the love of his life. The second story is about a man dealing with his breakup and eventually meeting someone new. Chungking Express will show viewers stories of love in the most unique way. This movie will move away from those cliche lines and scenes and hit us all with a well-written story that holds deep meanings. Number 10, To Live. Another classic and great movie. This is To Live. Life is turned upside down for 2 people in China as their fortunate life turns into that of hardship and poverty. Our male lead is a rich man who will lose everything because of his gambling addiction. Joining him is his wife, trying to survive by entering menial work. A show about raising a family and surviving. To Live will move viewers as scenes of family relationships roll across your screens. With the exceptional acting brought by the cast, this movie will take us on an emotional ride of trying to endure hardships that life throws at you. Number 9, Detective Chinatown 2. Following the hit of its first movie, Detective Chinatown, the movie sequel did not disappoint viewers, as Detective Chinatown 2 became one of the highest-grossing films of all time in China. This movie is about 2 detectives teaming up for a case of a missing person that turned into a murder investigation. With the help from the International Detective Alliance, these 2 detectives are out to find the killer. Good laughter and an entertaining movie, Detective Chinatown 2 is here to serve. These buddies that will fill up our screens will put us on an enjoyable ride, as they try to uncover the mystery while bringing out the laughter in us all. Ending up as another hit, another installment is in the works again, in Detective Chinatown 3. Number 8, Kung Fu Hustle. Let's follow the life of a hustler with a goal of being a badass gangster. But his lack of skills in Kung Fu hinders him from achieving his goal. In order to appear strong, he'll pretend to be part of a gang, and ends up finding himself in situations he doesn't expect. The movie will wow us with the double lives led by the slum dwellers. Kung Fu Hustle will turn that frown into a smile, as the movie provides scenes that will make viewers laugh. With a cast that successfully brings this movie to life, Kung Fu Hustle is definitely a must-watch, especially if you want to be entertained. Number 7, Red Cliff. Have you watched this movie? Grabbing a spot on our list is Red Cliff. 2 will team up to defeat an ambitious general, but things go rocky for they are outnumbered by the general's million-man army. But like with most battles, one will do everything to win. With remarkable leadership, a well-thought-out strategy, and the emperor's support, how will the battle to defeat the enemy unfold? Prepare yourself for some epic battle scenes brought by the great actors in Red Cliff. This war movie will also treat viewers with smart and classy women, and of course, well-choreographed action scenes. Number 6. City of Life and Death. Mixing fictional and historical figures, City of Life and Death provides a story set in 1937, where thousands of Chinese soldiers and civilians are killed. Trying to change their fates and defend themselves and their countrymen, several figures will take a great leap of faith to save thousands of Chinese civilians. Captivating the hearts of many and pulling you in quickly, this movie will leave a mark as the realities of war and scenes of humanity appear on your screen. The actors do a great job in bringing their characters to life and create such a masterpiece. Number 5. A Touch of Sin. Keep in touch with the 4 lives that this movie is about. A Touch of Sin will show us stories of a miner against the corruption of his village leaders, a migrant worker who discovers the power of a firearm, a receptionist who has had enough with the assault from a rich client, and a young factory worker trying to make his life better. A Touch of Sin will show us the lives of people affected by violence. The emotional message that comes with each story will open the eyes of viewers to the harsh realities that others might be facing in their lives. Number 4. Hero. An attempt to kill the king occurs, and now the king wants no one to be closer than 100 paces to the throne. Visitors of the king have to follow this rule, but that's until our nameless protagonist enters the picture. Our male lead arrives to meet the king and claims that he took the lives of the people who attempted to assassinate the king. Will our king believe him and let him tell his story? Hero is an action story with a historical setting, and also possesses its own unique twists. This movie will keep your eyes glued to the screen and your interest strong as stories of love, action, and history unfold. Number 3. Better Days. The third spot belongs to Better Days. Bullying can deeply affect someone's life, and this movie will show viewers just that. This movie is about a bullied girl and her friend who is a teenage street thug. When a murder occurs, they find themselves getting involved in the crime. So let's get ready for curiosity to enter the picture, because this movie is a dramatic thriller that will make you ask many questions. Your mind will be in a constant guessing game as you await the next scenes. Check this movie out and see the pressure and challenges faced by the youth, as well as their coming-of-age experiences. Number 2. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Set in the Qing Dynasty, this movie is about a martial arts master nearing retirement and transitioning to a life of medication, but a secret longing for vengeance for the death of his master lives inside him. The story starts off with a 400-year-old weapon called Green Destiny, and a mysterious masked thief who steals this weapon and unlocks great discoveries. Let your eyes follow the great harmony between the characters and the action in this movie. We're all for martial arts, but what makes this an even greater movie is the real-life values effortlessly placed throughout the story. Number 1. The 800. Landing first on our list is The 800. Taking a hint from its title, this movie is about 800 Chinese soldiers in the middle of the Shanghai battlefield. And what completes the story in this movie? The Japanese army. Filled with very intense scenes, watch the battle of the Chinese soldiers against the Japanese army who has invaded Shanghai. Here's a Chinese movie that rocked the whole film industry by breaking records and earning the title as the highest-grossing film of 2020 to this date. Diving into history, The 800 will bring action to your screens and deliver you a war movie with a great message based on true events. Bonus mention, Hong Kong movie, Infernal Affairs, actually inspired the North American film The Departed. Also, Korean film New World seems to have some very strong similarities. Viewer discretion is advised for the intense scenes. Did you see your favorite movie on our list? We'd love to know more Chinese movies that raise the bar for the film industry in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, MDLers. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'm your host at HappySqueak.